Hi there, my name's Kharrma, and Fallout New Vegas is pretty much my favorite game in the entire world, aside from World of Warcraft. And the thing that I love so much about Fallout New Vegas, most particularly, are the DLCs, and most particularly the Dead Money DLC. When I first played this DLC, I was really young. I think I was maybe 11, and the quote that comes from it, which is begin again, let go, right? Those words have gotten me through some crazy things in life, and I had to just sort of go over how much I love this DLC and why, because I feel like it's really important that if you know me, or you want to know me and who I am and why this means so much to me, what is important about it, that through the explanation of a story in a video game, how it is portrayed and how it plays out, and then how the end really sums up, it just means everything to me. So much so that I can't watch the ending scene without crying. I can't do it. It's not, I thank God I'm a VTuber. Recently played Fallout New Vegas again, and I recently played Dead Money, and New Vegas was giving me some issues due to the fact that in the main game, for some reason, it just kept crashing over and over and over again. The game, I don't know what was wrong with it. I had to run through the main game. But anyways, I got to the DLCs, and DLCs have been running really well, and I'm really happy and thankful about that. And the game did not crash the entire time that I played the Dead Money DLC. That in itself makes me emotional. So, yeah, you know, I just feel like I wanted to kind of react to my own content, because at the end of the day, I don't know when is the next time I'm gonna have the luxury of having a proper excuse to play this game and this DLC over again on my Twitch stream. Like, I have played this game and this DLC so many times prior to becoming a Twitch streamer. And now that I have been streaming for the past 5 years, I think I've played this game like 3 or 4 times, and this DLC like 3 times on stream. So I just don't feel like it's even appropriate for me to ever play it on stream again. But I don't know, you know, maybe a few years will pass and I will. But does this happen to anyone else? Do you just sit down and any time you're exposed to your favorite scenes in your favorite video game, you're just a ball of emotions? Like, there's no way to explain just the happiness and nostalgia that this DLC brings me. So I just wanted to go over it again and watch it through with you guys and try my hardest to not cry. And I feel like that's gonna be impossible. Okay.
The survivors of the Sierra Madre thought about gathering at the fountain and waiting for the courier.
Like they should have.
In the end, the caller's silence
Really
made them
should've.
uneasy, and the fear of turning on each other made them hesitate and leave the goodbyes unspoken.
Bitch, I'm
The
gonna
radio
cry.
message
I've already
was
started
unclear,
again.
and there was no need to add another farewell on top of all they had suffered.
Dog forgot himself, as did
Not
the
crying.
voice that
I'm not
raged
gonna
through him. After their
I fucking
passing,
can't do it.
a new voice spoke within the mutant shell.
I just did this like 4 days
remember
ago,
the two
and I
that
can't
once
watch
was.
this over without wanting to
There
cry.
was the beast, dog, consumed by hunger, and the other, in reverse, The one consumed by control.
I was so
Both were
quiet.
driven by
Like,
need for
my
the other.
V2 model, like,
The
bro,
courier
I was
brought
like,
together somehow.
I was sitting there
joining the
just
two
like crying
into
with
one.
I had like tears.
All that happened at the
I
Sierra
didn't want to make it
Madre
obvious
was a
on
faint
stream that I was
memory to the
crying.
new personality, like a flickering light in the clouds.
Look at,
of
do
the
you see me
mind.
looking up? That was
The
me.
new voice did not think of the courier again until the battle of the divide
I was
reached
trying
his
so
ears.
fucking hard, dude.
The battle between two couriers
Ooh.
beneath the torn skies and the old world flag.
Excited
Each
for that. Gonna be
bearing a
doing that
message
DLC in a
for the
few
other.
days. Again.
And the mutant prayed the courier that had saved him had been saved in return.
Dean Domino, entertainer, singer, thief, explored the Sierra Madre not long after he was rescued by the courier.
I rescued all my
Once
friends.
he left the theater,
You
the
know
Sierra
how
Madre
it do,
recognized him
you
as a
know.
guest, and many doors opened.
Well, you ain't rescue all your friends and dead money? What?
During his search, he came across the final records of Vera and Sinclair, and realized what happened the night the bombs fell. He felt strangely sad for a moment, and he had no idea why.
That's the way I feel
Shrugging it
every
off,
time I watch
his mind
this
turned
fucking
instead to where the
cutscene,
courier
bro.
had come from. Vegas still survived, out there in the Mojave. Its sights, sounds, and casinos, ripe for the taking.
Hell yeah.
So, giving the Sierra Madre one last nod and a wink, he set off beyond the cloud to begin again.
Christine, her mission complete.
We love
Found
Christine
new
here.
purpose as the Sierra Madre's warden. She watched over it silently,
We love Christine.
by choice. Over time, the ghost people came to see her as one of the holograms. They would watch, silently. as
So
she
she's
walked
just
among
like
them.
there.
At times, Christine thought of the courier, who had kept Elijah's hand from her throat.
I wish we could send
The
her
courier
girlfriend to
reminded
her.
of the other courier she had met in the Big Empty, and wondered if the two had found each other at last.
No, we will.
She did not think of them again until she legends. Of the
How did
Divide,
she hear the legends of the
Divide,
divide
where the two messengers,
when she's
two
there
couriers,
alone
fought
at
beneath
the
an ancient
Madre?
flag at the edge of the world?
You heard of the Sierra Madre Casino?
We all
That sigh,
Legend,
that internal
the
sigh.
curses.
Some foolishness about it lying in the middle of a city of dead.
A city of ghosts. Beneath a blood-red cloud.
A bright, shining monument, reaching out, luring treasure hunters to doom. An illusion.
A promise that you can change your fortunes.
Begin again.
again.
Finding it, though,
That's not the hard part.
that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go. It's letting go.
Wait a moment. Before you go.
Play that shit at my funeral, bro. Get time. Every time I cannot. If it makes me sob every time. I do not know how Bethesda. I don't know what they put in it. I can't do it. But I just want to share that I really love this DLC. It's the best DLC in the world.
As a guest of the Sierra Madre.
I wish I could play it over again for the very first time. That's it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why it means so much to me, but like I think an integral part of my life, the sentiment that I have with things, the difficulty that I have letting things go, And the advice you will get in the world from people when it comes to moving on and beginning again. A lot of people will tell you that the hardest part is starting over. No. It's letting go. So, now that I've gathered myself, because I know some people don't want to sit there and watch someone cry while they're trying to explain something. Again, one of the reasons I'm thankful to be a VTuber, because I am really emotional. Safe to say, I cry at the end of pretty much any game that pulls on my heartstrings, and it probably goes to say I have completed Fallout New Vegas and that DLC. I have completed that DLC like I gotta say 20 plus times. Like, it's just so many times I have just played the game through and then played that DLC just because it made my heart happy. You know, teen years, during summers, whenever I didn't have World of Warcraft time, whenever I was bored, whenever I was lonely, and especially whenever I was just mentally unwell, which was a lot of the time throughout my childhood. So, you know, oh man, I don't know what sort of drug is inside that DLC. I don't think I could have accurately represented the emotions that it puts me through with just my VTube character, without like toggles to make her cry and stuff like that. And like I said on stream, you know, I wasn't trying, I tried not to be a crybaby. I think people probably are like, oh my god, look at this girl crying, this is so dramatic, but like, I physically can't stop myself from crying in that moment, because I feel so passionately, so strongly, and it just, I feel like it just vibrates my heart in my chest every time I watch that ending scene to that DLC, and just like think about the whole DLC and like the quote. How many times it has helped me press the continue button on life, because you know, nowadays that can be pretty freaking hard sometimes. It wasn't for this DLC, and it wasn't for all those times in my life where I didn't want to press the continue button, but it was amazing video games like this one that helped me do so, that I am so thankful to be here today, where we have a Fallout TV show and the next season. Bitch, I'm gonna cry, hold on. The next season might have something to do with New Vegas. I mean, it seems like it's pretty obvious, right? Like, we saw Vegas at the end. Oops, sorry, spoilers. This entire video is spoiler. You should be watching this if you don't like Fallout. Let's be fucking honest. At the end of the Fallout TV show, you know, like, bitch, I cried. I cried at the end of that TV show, when I saw Vegas. So, if they put New Vegas in the TV show, oh man, oh, just know I would be sitting there crying like the crybaby I am. So, yeah, Fallout New Vegas is great. This DLC is amazing. I'm not going to explain it any more than that. I just want to share how it makes me feel. So, yeah. Begin again, and don't be afraid to let go.